This is the USF Diamond Dogs weekly hot stove report. This is going to be our final hot stove report for 2012 as we're here, our 14th year coach Nino Giarratano as this is our final winter hot stove show before the real thing begins 1 week from Friday.
Excited for the season, Brian. We're down to a week of preparation, and we got to have a good week this week. Well, this is a week where we got to shore everything up, and we got to get our guys ready to play, and then we'll set sail and see if we can do it.
Now we going to reset it from the top. For first show we did back in December, late November or December, probably a little over 6 weeks ago. We started off with it was the infield. Or actually we kind of did the recap of the season of 2011, and then we did one of our second shows. We did the infield. Then last week was the outfield. Now we're going to now kind of preview this year, put 2011 away, and the beginning of the title defense 2012 USF Dons, as we're going to look at the 2012 opponents for USF Dons.
Well, in 12, it's a solid schedule, but we play 4 of our first 6 games at home, which is great for us. We play San Jose State on the road Friday, Saturday, and then we come back home on Sunday, the 19th of February. Play Nevada here on the Tuesday, and then Missouri for a 3-game series here at our ballpark. And they finished really strong last year in the tournament.
Nevada?
No,
Missouri.
Missouri finished very strong in the tournament. I think they finished in the top 4 in the Big 12 tournament. Didn't go to a regional, didn't finish high enough in conference, didn't have enough wins, but that's a real good team that has done some really good things with college baseball. So we're excited to have them as an opponent. Then we bring in UC Santa Barbara. We go on the road to play at Hawaii. We go on the road to play at Fresno State. And that pretty much gets us close. And then conference play starts with San Diego. And
should close the Dante Benedetti Classic at the end of March. And that's going to be coming up on March 31st, right?
Yeah,
March 31st, Saturday, March 31st. That's going to be at 10:30 a.m. Tickets will be going on, so we'll give you more information on that on a later date on our USF Diamond Dogs weekly shows and updates on a later date. So,
B, when you look at our schedule, it's a top 10 schedule non-conference. Conference-wise, we've been 8th in the country, our conference, as far as the power ranking for the conferences. So playing the top 10 schedule all the way around, Stanford being number 3 in the country.
In the Baseball American preseason polls right now.
Yeah, I'm sure Cal's in the top 25. If not, they're pretty close. And I know Oregon's up in there, and we play them midweek. And, we're going to have a lot of opponents that are going to be in the top 25. So this is going to be a good year for us to be competitive, and hopefully we can grab a hold of a little bit of the magic we got last year at the end of the year when we won 14 out of 17 and see how we do.
And 17 out of 21. So also, your thoughts. You said some things at the Crab Fest, leadoff Crab Fest, the annual. It was the 10th annual the Dons do every year before the start of every baseball season. Talking about Scott Sidwell, our new AD from Syracuse, first full season as the AD, took over the reins at the end of last year when when you guys we just wrapped up the West Coast Conference title. He was saying some things that he said if we're one of the top 15, 16 teams in the country, I think it's divided by what the top 16 teams in the country. 8 of those 16, of course, will host a region. We'll get a national seed. We'll host the regional, and they take care of business. Assuming they take care of business, we'll host the super regionals. 16 teams get to host a regional, and Scott did say something. You mentioned the other night about he's willing to put up the money for USF to host a regional.
Yeah, B, Scott, he's seen it firsthand. He was at Tulane as a player and Tulane as a coach, and then he started his athletic director quest, and he was assistant AD there. So he's seen them build a program. He's seen them host. He knows what it takes in order to get out of a regional and get to a super regional, and get to the College World Series. So when he talks, there's great insight there, and he's talking about if we're in the top 25 and win our conference, that we're going to try to find the people to help us host a regional. So I got all the faith in the world in what Scott's doing and how we're going to do it. And I'm excited that people are talking like that. But we need to take care of what we're capable of. We need to pitch and play defense, and we need to win our 38, 39 games in order to be in a position to host.
Yeah, and in one way, or another, even if you don't host, if you get in that field of 64, then anything could happen.
Yeah, as last year we were able to do that, and we played really good. One or two pitches, and we're right in that regional. The first year in '06, we got our tails beat off by Miami, and we played good against Nebraska, and we didn't play good at all against Manhattan. But in last year's regional, we played really good. We were one or two pitches, one or two plays away from having a legit opportunity to win. So.
Because once you get to that super regional, yeah. Because if you get to that super regional, then hey, I don't care if it's the #1 team in the country, then all bets are off. You win two games, and then you go into the ship known as the College World Series.
You got it figured out there, B. That's good stuff.
Well, but that's gonna do it for our USF Diamond Dons Winter Hot Stove report, as we broke down all the bases through the first 6 weeks. Throughout the 6 weeks we've been doing the USF Diamond Dons Winter Hot Stove report on Baseball Unlimited and on BayAreaSportsWeekly.com. As a reminder, next Tuesday, 1 week from today, we'll begin the season premiere of the USF Diamond Dons Coaches Weekly show on the new BayAreaSportsWeekly.com. We'll be doing it once a week. We'll be previewing the Dons' first 2012 opponent, the San Jose State Spartans, from the Western Athletic Conference, and we'll be previewing the other matchups each week. We'll be doing our preview this week, and then in every week following the weekend series or a midweek game, we'll be giving you the recap of the weekend review of the series and previewing the Dons' upcoming opponent. And you can catch it all on USFDons.com. And a reminder, the USF Dons, and we'll have our Baseball Unlimited Media Day down at Stanford. We'll be giving you reports previewing all the teams throughout the Bay Area. As people, if you don't know, the USF Diamond Dons has been the second winningest team in college baseball in the Bay Area since 2005. So we'll be giving you a special treat tomorrow. We'll be down on Wednesday on the farm down at Stanford for College Baseball Media Day. We'll be giving some exclusive interviews and so much more. For all the latest news on Dons baseball, go to USFDons.com. Click on the baseball webpage, or to BayAreaSportsWeekly.com. The USF Diamond Dons is the BayAreaSportsWeekly.com is your Dons website station. For everybody here, this has been the Baseball Unlimited Weekly Winter Hot Stove Report on BayAreaSportsWeekly.com.